Hello, intactivists! In the news this week, we have Intact Global, Nocirc Michigan, GALDEF, Cockfight USA, and much more coming up. In POTS news, we just released the final part of our interview with Afternoon. Just a reminder, November 5th through November 25th, expect shaky updates. We will most likely miss a couple news videos. We're definitely going to pause the special videos, which is why you didn't see one this week. The TikToks won't be uploaded as much. We are still trying to put a few out though, and we may miss one of our Saturday interviews. We are losing half our team once again, and we're trying to flex as best we can. Our POTS e-commerce program and CareBuzz should be mostly unaffected though. So if you guys would go ahead and participate in the CareBuzz or e-commerce program, it helps us tremendously. All right, and in GALDEF news, GALDEF posted a blog saying, "Quietly courageous plaintiff thanks GALDEF." So I'm not going to read you this entire thing. I am going to go ahead and summarize it. The summary is, the author expresses deep gratitude to GALDEF and its donors for a $5,000 grant that supported critical expenses in their ongoing legal case against a physician and hospital for non-consensual circumcision performed at birth in 2000. The author is writing anonymously to avoid jeopardizing their case. The author describes the lawsuit as a challenge to the legality of non-therapeutic infant circumcision, emphasizing bodily autonomy and the right to self-determination. The claims in the case include negligence, battery, breach of fiduciary duty, and constructive fraud. They highlight the barriers facing male genital cutting plaintiffs, such as age-based statute of limitations, financial challenges, and the scarcity of attorneys willing to handle complex, groundbreaking cases. The author describes the legal system as intimidating and biased towards maintaining the status quo, with medical professionals enjoying significant legal protections. Despite the isolation and stress of their battle, GALDEF's moral and financial support has been vital. The author feels compelled to fight for justice, hoping their case will inspire others to contribute to broader advocacy efforts. They envision a future where their legal challenges become too numerous to ignore and the practice of infant circumcision is abolished. Lastly, they urge continued donations to GALDEF to support similar legal efforts. All right, and that was that summary. And in GALDEF/Intact Global news, so GALDEF attends Greater Palm Spring Pride. So GALDEF spent 2 days, November 2nd and November 3rd, educating Palm Springs Pride Festival goers about foreskin facts and intactivism, essentially. It was done by Executive Director Tim Hammond and Treasurer Jake Cox, as you can see right down here. But Intact Global joined them. Eric Clopper right here, and Joe McCormack also right there. So this was kind of a collab between the Intact Global and GALDEF. Obviously, this is what Eric Clopper has been doing versus doing a weekly live update for Intact Global. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what you guys think of it. Let me know what you guys think of Eric Clopper supporting GALDEF. Would you guys rather Eric Clopper be out with GALDEF in a booth, or would you rather Eric Clopper do the weekly live stream that he was supposed to do every week? Actually, I thought he was doing a lawsuit. I don't know. If you guys know anything what's going on, please let me know. That would be fantastic. I thought Eric Clopper had a very important lawsuit to deal with, and that's why he couldn't live stream. But I don't know. Also, this also talks about how GALDEF was near a booth that was advocates of breast cancer awareness for both men and women, and they were comparing the two, saying they're both working for bodily autonomy rights. It says, the demographics of the Palm Springs community presented a challenge in educating some older residents about children's rights to genital autonomy, many of whom who had been circumcised themselves and displayed some defensiveness, as well as grandparents and parents who heard for the first time that the decision they made for their sons may not have been the wisest. However, we've encountered the same demographic, many men who expressed their resentment over having this surgery forced upon them as a vulnerable child, as well as many men and women with experiences in earlier civil rights movements who instantly understood the relationship of children's rights to women's rights, LGBT rights, and other vital human rights struggles. And these are other pictures that you guys can see right here of the GALDEF booth. All right, and in Cockfight news, Cockfight has this amazing video out called Instant Sidewalk Party Cockfight Style. It's only a minute long. It was edited by Simon 10Kate. It was done really well. Super hype video. Also, don't forget to comment and like this video. It definitely helps out Cockfight. Also, subscribe to them. They put out amazing stuff when they do put out videos. Oh, and also, thank you guys for liking and commenting on this video too. I appreciate that. This got 305 views, which is really awesome. But also, if you go to the Cockfight's Facebook, they break it down in text form. Cockfight likes to piggyback off official events, but this wasn't the case with the art district. It says this month, however, feels dead. Luckily, we find a pop-up party in a parking lot of the Crossroads with a live DJ, fire spinners, and vendors, and we start tailgating right in front. However, the pop-up partiers never arrived, so the party never got off the ground. So Cockfight set up their own boomboxes and cranked up some tunes to let people know they were ready to show them a good time. And they engaged with lots of people and passersby. They talked to a lot of people out of state. And also, they had a GALDEF supporter, director Dan McClamont, who is a veteran intactivist, that was losing his funk and almost stayed home, but he didn't, and he got the energy of a Cockfight adventure, which is contagious and quickly invigorated him, as it does us all. So here's a lot of pictures that they took. So lots of awesome things here. Lots of engagement. I believe this is like a Halloween party. That's what this looks like. All right, guys, and you can continue looking at this. Just go ahead to Cockfight's Facebook, and obviously you can like this. And yeah. All right, and in Nocirc, Michigan news, Nocirc, Michigan actually has done 2 events recently. One is the Society Annual Conference on Bioethics. That was November 9th. You can go ahead and see the booth right here. This is the only picture here, though. And this was released October 21st. This was Nocirc of Michigan staffed an information table at the annual men's health event held inside the Ford Field Stadium in Detroit. It says, lots of men learned about the functions of foreskin and its loss to circumcision. And there is 2 people that I believe that were presenting this. I think they were switching on and off for the camera. But that's a pretty awesome booth, though. And that's awesome that they went. So yeah, guys, once again, don't forget to like this stuff. Helps with the algorithm on Facebook for sure. And in Stavrin news, Stavrin made a brand new lyric video, Do Not Cut. It only got 19 views. I know this was 2 months ago, but this got no love, and I know intactivists like intactivist music videos, so maybe you guys missed it. So if you guys do like intactivist musical content, you guys can definitely check this out. Let Stavrin know that Pot sent you. That would be really cool. I already commented. So definitely go ahead and check it out. It's pretty short, and hopefully we can give this a boost in the algorithm. And on to the intactivist calendar of the week. So you have your whole baby. In about 4 days, they will go to the Atlanta Baby Palooza Baby Expo. That is November 16, 2024 at Gas South Convention Center Ballroom from 10:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. Eastern. Bloodstained Men, December 8th through December 15th, they have their Texas Circumcision Crisis protest. They have all the dates planned out. This will be about a week of protesting when they hit 14 cities in 7 days. Saving Our Sons, they have their dates set for Genital Integrity Awareness Week, which is March 29th through April 4th, 2025, on the West Lawn of the U.S. Capitol. The Intact Global first annual Intact Conference is slated for March in Los Angeles, if funds permit them. I don't know where in Los Angeles, though. So I guess we'll have to wait and find out. All right, and on to the polls of the week. So last week I was talking about Your Whole Baby that was giving away money to support Ohio Health Mother's Milk Bank, and it turns out that everybody was pretty happy and content with Your Whole Baby's decision. The majority of people said that Your Whole Baby is about babies, so supporting Ohio Health Mother's Milk Bank makes perfect sense for them. And a few people said maybe, but the ends justify the means. Maybe they are making new alliances. Whatever the reason, I'm sure Your Whole Baby had a good reason. So yes, that is awesome. But yeah, the other C and D, they are bots, so those don't count. So take away one for bots for these. Once again, guys, if you don't like how this turned out, please go to my Discord and go vote, because your vote matters. And on to the fundraisers of the week. All right, so this is Intact Global's fight against genital mutilation. They've gotten a few more donations this week. They got $220. They are $15,475 raised, which is about 31% raised of their fundraising goal, as you can see right up here. Oh, also, Intact Global, they are still at $300 on this platform here. So in total, they're at $15,775. And hold doctors and hospitals accountable for penis injuries. They have not gained any money the past 12 days. They're still stuck on 8%. All right, Trish Cossey, Foreskin Fairy, book for parents, doctors, and hospitals. It hasn't changed the past 10 months. It's still the same at $2,750 raised and no updates. All right, Prevail over the system. We're still at 65% of our $7,000 goal. Guys, as of right now, we have 19 more days until the matching for donations ends. And also the 4x e-commerce as well will become 2x at December 1st. So guys, please remember the e-commerce program and the donations. Please remember that, because I want your dollars to go further, right?
Do it! Just do it!
You guys can go hit the link below. It's real easy. If you hit the link below, you just have to hit coffee, donations, and tips right here. If you want, please don't give me money that you guys cannot afford. Yeah, please don't do that. Please don't give what you can't afford. And I appreciate everyone who does give tips and donations. All right, and on to the intactivist growth for the week. Last week, Bloodstained Men was at 6,672 followers. This week, Bloodstained Men is at 6,641 followers. That is a loss of 31 people, or a 0.46% loss. Wow, Bloodstained Men has never lost that many people in 1 week before since this show's been running. Hopefully they can turn this around quickly next week. That's a huge loss for intactivism. All right, guys, that is all what I have for you today. Please leave a comment, questions, or concerns down below, and don't forget to hit that like button. That does help me out. And once again, thank you so much to all of my donors. Bye. A special shout out to our coffee supporters.